is Jerron Boots Ennis, my new favorite fighter to watch. But we love you, Earl. We love you, Terrance. Come check out my top 5 favorite fighters. Let's go! You are now tuned in to Boxing Blah Blah Blah, where we blah 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 about everything boxing.
Yeah, so anybody think I don't even want to say it. Okay, we're gonna preface it a little different. How about this? You ever have like a favorite something, anything? It could be a favorite car, it could be a favorite chick, even better. If it's a female watching it, we'll just say a favorite significant other. How about that? Then something comes along a little bit better. If it's the car, the engine sounds a little better when you get on the throttle. When you're shifting gears, it sounds a little better than the ones you already have. Now, the ones you have was your favorite. But you go to the dealership, and now it's a new, shiny, pretty toy over there. You test drive it, because you know it's not going to be as good as your favorite. It just looks good. Then you test drive it, and you love it. Now you just paid your favorite car off, so you don't have a car note now. Hallelujah. Finally, you don't have a car note. And now you're thinking about getting another car note. Because that test drive was beautiful. It was everything you didn't even know you wanted. And it can be yours. Let's go back to the female. Been rocking with this chick. You love everything about the chick. You love how she look, how she dress, mindset, all that good stuff. So you rocking with her, been rocking with her for a few years and things like that. Y'all go on vacation, go to a nice resort. All of a sudden you catch eyes with somebody. I ain't saying if you're married or nothing like that, but you catch eyes with a young lady across the room. You know, something you didn't try to. It was just like, oh, okay, I'm doing this. Well, I wonder where's the eateries around here. And you look over and it's like, and she see you at the same time, and she does the same thing. She didn't plan on looking at you like that, but then all of a sudden it was like, then y'all look away because you know, in that quick second of that, you know you tempted. So you quickly look away like nothing's going on, like, ooh, what was that? But that what was that keeps churning in you, so you just look back just to see if she still is looking or if she's gonna look back at all, you know. So it's, then all of a sudden you see she looks back as well and kind of smiles at you a little bit, you know, just acknowledge. Now I'm not gonna even say smile, I'll say at least acknowledges the fact that you guys looked at each other twice, not once, twice. Okay? Stay with me. I know. It's a boxing podcast, I understand. After y'all look at each other twice, now you already know it's okay, I recognize, I see an attraction. Don't have to speak on it, but we see an attraction. We recognize it, all right? We both done looked at each other twice now, okay? Then you see a third time, and she actually smiles at you. You look, and it's a polite smile. It's not like I'm gonna try to do something, but it's just one of those kind of little smirky smiles, and like, ooh, you still looking at me like, ooh. Now that's her, not your boy, but her. Things like that. What do you do? In that situation? What do you do? Do you like get up and go to the restroom immediately and hope she sees you go and meets you there? Okay, so let me bring this all together. My favorite fighter, Earl Spence Jr. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Earl Spence Jr. fan. Been an Earl Spence Jr. fan for the last, I don't know how long. Probably over 10 years now. But as far as my favorite fighter, at least for the last, I want to say 4 years. Maybe even longer than that, because it was a little bit before Kell Brook. He was my favorite fighter. Like before the Chris Algieri fight, he was my favorite fighter. So he's been my favorite fighter for a few years. We'll say that, all right? But then you catch eyes with Jerron Boots Ennis. It's like, and that was the first fight you saw of him. You see the second fight because you look back. Oh, the second fight was even better. Oh. You see a third fight when it's okay. Now the competition level is up. Delorme, I mean, he always gives a good effort on his fights. Proven veteran, things of that nature, and then first round destruction of Delorme. I mean, that's that smile. That's that third look smile now. Ooh. Ooh. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going? See where I'm going? Following me? Okay. So, ooh. Am I willing to say? Okay, so, well, how about this first? Who wins that fight? Jerron Boots Ennis or Errol Spence? I know Errol Spence has far more, let's say, championship level experience, A-card level experience, I'm gonna say main event experience. Yes, he does. By far. Breaks you down with applied pressure bust pipes, and Errol Spence is one of the best to do it. Ever. But, Boots is taller, quicker feet, hand speed. I think he has more power. As far as like that explosive power, like Earl has a little bit more of that thudding. I'm gonna break you down the whole fight, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, I can't take no more of these little bricks to the body and these bricks to the face and all that. Whereas, you know, Boots got a little bit more of that explosive thing right there that'll just whap, lights out. And what also, and I like the fact that when he fought Delorme, it wasn't just a seek and destroy mission. It just happened like that because he's so good. It's almost like he went out there with gold gloves on and didn't realize he had on precious metal gloves. You're supposed to have on leather gloves. Like Boots went out there with like golden gloves on, like the hard gold. Gling, gling, hard gold. And it just went out there and didn't know it. You know, just boxing is regular. That first jab. Did you see the first jab? The first jab of the fight that Jerron Boots Ennis threw at Delorme. Goodness gracious. I said, that's the thing. Errol Spence has a great jab. But is it better than Boots? I don't know. Oh, God. Okay, so I mean, like, everyone is torn between who's the best welterweight between Terrance Crawford, Earl Spence, things like that. them two, I'm not torn. I'm going Earl Spence. Terrance Crawford, I like him a lot. His skill set is amazing. And that's why people have him up there, because his skill set. He can box, he can fight, and he switches up conventional to southpaw. Better than most all boxers out here right now. Except Boots Ennis. He does it too, and he doesn't even know he's switching. I mean, he's just so natural and fluent with it like that. Who else was a great heavyweight all the time? I'm not heavyweight, sorry. Who else was a great welterweight? Floyd Money Mayweather. Why was Floyd so great from the jump? Because he was raised with a family of boxers. Yes, Boots, raised by a family of boxers. I mean, he grew up. That's all he knows. I mean, Earl knows horses and farmland and all that other stuff. He knows more than just boxing. I think Ennis just pretty much so 100% focused on boxing, buddy. I mean, Earl got family, Earl got kids. I don't think Boots is married. Maybe he is. If he is married and all that, got kids, family, whole thing, let me know. But I think it's just him. So yeah, check that out. See if Boots is married. See if he got kids, family, all that good stuff. Because I don't want you to be saying nothing. But you see where I'm going? It's like, so everything about like the best two welterweights out there right now, Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford, Ennis does better. So I can take a lot of credit away by saying that, okay, Boots hasn't fought top line competition. Answer me this. Terrance Crawford hasn't fought Shawn Porter yet. Who was his top line competition? Welterweights? Let's go back to lightweights. I mean, Victor Postol, that might be his best victory, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can't say, you know what, and maybe because it's boxing, blah, 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 I'm just blah, blah, blah right now, but, and I can't say I'm just a prisoner of the moment because this whole Boots Ennis thing been building. Y'all check a few videos back, maybe about 5, 6, 7 videos back, maybe 8, 9, 10 videos back, something like that. I was saying back then, I said, ooh, up and comer, Boots Ennis. And I had a serious face like, nah, yeah, I don't hear about that Virgil Ortiz stuff. I don't hear nothing about that. Up and coming, Boots Ennis. And that's when I had, like, I think BB was on the show, Antonio was on the show, maybe Terry was on the show, all of them, man. And everybody was picking out like who they thought was the new up and comers. I was like, Boots Ennis. He's still here, man. So it's like, do I dare say that I think Boots Ennis can beat Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford? Is that blasphemous? I mean, is that against my religion to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, But I know what though? Me and Boots caught eyes, turned around. Second fight was like, we caught eyes again. Woo! Third fight was like, that's when the smile happened. Like, it's the truth. We recognizing it's the truth. So now I'm in this predicament. Do I get up from the table? From Errol Spence being my favorite boxer, and then I go to the restroom and hope Boots continue to do what he's doing, and you know, now he becomes the man. I mean, okay, so with that being said, I went to the barbershop today, you know what I'm saying, nice cut there, you know what I'm saying, Check out your boy BB. Good shout out. Good look out on the chop. I asked them who were their top 5 favorite fighters, and not top 5 pound for pound, as far as favorite fighters. And what I mean by that is, let's say all the fighters are fighting at the same time. Which one you gonna watch first? If you had to compare them all right? So your number 1 fighter trumps everybody. If everybody in the world was fighting and this person was fighting, you watching that, that's your number 1. We going down the list like that. Make sense? Makes sense. Cool. So this is my list. I had number 1, Jerron Boots Ennis. Right now, if Earl Spence is not fighting Terrance Crawford or Canelo, I'm probably gonna watch the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. Yeah, don't throw me no Ugas and Earl. Don't throw me Sean Porter 2 and Earl. Maybe a Keith Thurman. Yeah, if he fights Keith Thurman, then I'm gonna have to watch that over Boots. But I'm gonna be more excitable to see when Jerron Boots in this fight. All right, so Jerron was number 1. Number 2, you would think it'd be Earl, right? Shakur Stevenson. I know. And the reason why is this. He's a technician with speed, fast twitch ability. And that's what I like about Jerron Boots Ennis. Like, when he knocked out Delorme in the first round, it's not like I said, it wasn't like he was doing a Mike Tyson coming in. Bah. No, he was coming in to just do a regular boxing match and get some rounds in. And those golden gloves just happened to hurt. Bam! First jab. Ugh. You saw Delorme? That was his face when he got hit by that jab. Ugh. And from that point on, it was like, it was a wrap. Boots wasn't trying to take him out like that. Boots said he was trying to get some rounds too. But it happened. You don't get paid overtime. That's what he said. Shakur, he places his jabs in good strategic places, slips, counters immaculately. And footwork and how he throws his jabs kind of reminds me of my style of boxing and what I'm doing when I'm sparring different cats. I think I'm closest to Shakur Stevenson over anyone else in my top 5. All right. And once again, Shakur Stevenson, been watching him for a long time, not just because of his last great victory. Nah. I've been watching Shakur Stevenson a long time ago. So that's been brewing. Number 3, Earl Spence. I still love that power jab that he throws. I still love how he just applies pressure and just breaks you down. He just kind of like a blanket of punches. A blanket of hard thudding punches that it's like you just get covered by this blanket and all you're doing is getting punched and you don't even know why. You're under this blanket, you can't see nothing. You just taking punches. That's what Earl does to you, you know what I'm saying? I have an appreciation for that. It's like an American style, Mexican style fight. Because he is responsible with like distancing and footwork and things like that. He's not known for his footwork, but if you watch him close, he's very responsible with his feet and distancing. So he's gonna apply pressure, but he's not gonna be in there so close where he's alligator arming you. He's gonna be at a distance to where he can see what you're throwing at him, and where he can fully extend on his punches. I love that. Very smart fighter. Technically sound. Number 4, Terrance Bud Crawford. Yeah, I know you ain't fought nobody really, buddy. Every fight we see with Terrance Crawford, you already know who's gonna win. It's like a 80-20 fight for Terrance Crawford every time he fights. Except for the Victor Postol. That was the last time I was like, okay, it might be a 60-40 fight for you now, Terrance. But now he's fighting Sean Porter, so let's see how it goes with Sean Porter. But what I do like about Terrance Crawford is he can box, he can fight, he can brawl. Like I was saying earlier, he can switch it up anytime, so I love that. Number 5, it was a toss-up, and it was hard, man. It was real hard because of the last spot. And it was between Tank and Canelo. What? Yeah. And I went with Canelo. No hard feelings, Tank. No hard feelings. It's just I feel like they have a similar fight style. They're counter punchers, and most times they're the shortest person. They don't use a lot of footwork, moving around and stuff like that in the ring. They pretty much so seek and destroy. They're gonna counter punch and destroy. Still throw their jabs and still giving a lot of head movement, but at the same time they waiting to slip and destroy. Both of them do it pretty freaking good. I must say that. They both do it at a high level. To where every time both of them fight, I'm concentrating on how do I get inside on these taller fighters? How do I counter punch? I'm peeping both of them. Now I know Canelo has more of a Floyd Mayweather kind of style with his because he learned from Floyd Sr. When Floyd Sr. was working with Golden Boy and Golden Boy had Canelo and all that. But he's mastered it too, man. Canelo, boy, he slips and counters like nobody's business. Gervonta does too. So now, the reason why Canelo made the list and Gervonta didn't is because Canelo been doing it for a lot longer with much better competition. The competition for Gervonta Davis, you got Leo Santa Cruz, but he was coming up in weight. Mario Barrios, great. He was a regular champion, not the world champion. You went for the regular champion. Now Canelo got his flaws too. He goes up in weight. He wants to dictate on how much they can hydrate, and he wants to get them after they had a rough and tough fight and say, let's fight in 2 months. Don't give them time to recover or anything like that. Kovalev. So, he got his flaws too. It's just, he's been doing it for a longer time on a much higher level. He has far better names. Even though some of those names were kind of rigged as far as, what I was talking about, Kovalev fighting people out of their prime and giving them all kind of stipulations. But still, Tank hadn't fought with so many people who we know. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my top 5. All right, sorry, Tank, you're right there, though. You're right there. But, so as you see, this is my top 5 right here. We have number 1, Jerome Boots Ennis. We have number 2, Shakur Stevenson. Number 3, we have Earl Spence. Number 4, we have Terrance Crawford. Number 5, we have Canelo Alvarez. And that is my top 5 favorite fighters. As far as what I explained at the beginning of the video, as far as, if everyone was fighting the same night, who I want to see first? Or who would I tune into the most? All right, so tell me your top 5. Tell me your top 5. Put it in the comment section, matter of fact, so I can just read them out. And you guys might have a few good suggestions that I might need to switch and swap some of my people. I might need to switch and swap some of the order. I don't know, but nah, not my order. I doubt the people either. I bet you can't convince me. Let's see. Put it in the comment section. But hit like, hit share, comment, send it to everyone you know who likes boxing and all that good stuff. And continue to enjoy boxing, blah, 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 where we blah, blah, blah about everything boxing. This is your boy, Allmighty, and I am signing out.